Hi everybody, I'm John from GPS Training, and what we're going to do in this short video is look and discuss the differences between a GPS watch, this is just an Instinct 2, or a handheld GPS unit. In this case, I've got a Garmin GPS Map 66S. A lot of people get in touch with ourselves saying, I don't know what I get, should I be getting a watch when I'm walking, or should I be getting a handheld GPS unit? So I thought what I'll do in this short video is look at the pros and cons of each, and also the key thing, which is the navigation experience we get from each of these products. So first of all, a watch. What are the pros of the watch? First of all, the key thing is lightweight, isn't it? Lightweight, quite cost effective, and you've got it with you all the time. So you put it on your wrist. More than likely you'll use it as a smartwatch every day. Smartwatch will pair with your mobile phone. You get your smart notifications on there, you'll get all your updates, all your app updates on there, and you get a really nice smartwatch. But the key thing is it's lightweight, isn't it? What are the cons of a watch? Small screen, so you're someone like myself who wear glasses. You know, sometimes you have to put your specs on to see the glasses, especially if you're navigating a course in that case. And the other downside really is battery life if you are doing ultra events. If you're just a day walker or doing multiple days, nothing wrong with a watch, but if you are doing ultra events and you're navigating a lot with it, you've really got to think about keeping this thing charged. It's only got a small battery behind it, and you can't charge it when it's on your wrist really, so you're really going to be stopping. If you are sleeping or something like an ultra event, brilliant, you can just plug it in, it charges very, very quickly. But one of the key things there is just to be aware it will use up more battery. And the negative thing with any GPS watch in the UK is we can't put ordnance survey maps on any GPS unit from Garmin. We can on some other brands. With a Garmin GPS watch, I know we can't with an Instinct because it's a black and white screen, but on the Phoenix, any Phoenix, we just have what's called the topo active mapping. We don't have the ordnance survey mapping. Problem with the topo active mapping in this country is that it just shows everything as a path. It doesn't say if it's a footpath, bridleway, or frankly, a private drive. So what we'll need to do is either import a GPX file on it if you're doing an event, or alternatively plug into your PC and Mac and plan on some ordnance survey mapping. Hey, you could use the GPS Training free ordnance survey route planning software if you want to, and that's how you can get around it. Now moving on to a handheld GPS unit, what are the pros and cons of it? The pros are it's usually a little bit cheaper, a little bit more bang for your buck, as you would say with a handheld GPS unit. We've got this large screen on it as well, which will enable us to plan on the hoof. So if something goes wrong, we can plan there. And also, if somebody wears glasses, I can usually see the screen with my glasses on. So again, if I planned a route, I've got a big arrow in the middle compared to a small arrow on my watch, and therefore I can follow that arrow with my specs on. And the big key difference in the UK, we can put ordnance survey maps on this little micro SD card that sits in the back. We've got ordnance survey mapping, and that kind of relates to how we've been brought up using maps in the past. Other key thing is it runs off AA batteries, or usually has a very good built-in battery just because it's a little bit larger. So if you're out for a number of days, we can change those AA batteries, or even a 66SR, 66i Montana that has a built-in battery. We can actually charge it when we're walking. Negative side is it's bulkier, a little bit heavier, so we're going to think about how we carry it. If you've watched any of the walk and talks, you know I'm a big fan of the backpack tether, so you do have to attach it, but you have got a big product on there. So if you are doing a bit of running or ultra events, you have got this product there. You might want to think about a smaller handheld GPS unit, or maybe a GPS watch. So that's really the pros and the cons of the GPS unit. The key differences to me is the navigation experience and what happens when you want to change on the hoof. What do I mean by that is navigation experience on a watch compared to a handheld unit. So we get an arrow on each of these. So we get a big arrow on here, overlays the route on the ordnance survey map, and we can have a small arrow at the top of the map page. But what I'm doing when I'm navigating my GPS unit is I get this audible beeps across the waypoint. I've got to keep pulling off, look in, turn left, turn right, etc, etc. So I'm having to read what it's saying to me and act there accordingly. Now what the watch does, it's a very different navigation experience. If I go off course, I get a vibration on my wrist. So again, that's the most basic one, which we've had for a number of GPS units. On the Phoenix 7, as we come across a turning, because it will overlay it on the top of active mapping, we also get an audible beep on there. So usually it's telling me when something's coming up, it's telling me when I'm going off course. So it's a little bit more proactive, where this is, I'm having to read it as we go there. So that's the main navigational differences between each of those units. But where the key differences I think that comes with is if you're downloading your GPX file or sort of pre-planned route on an event or something like that, absolutely brilliant, transfer it onto your GPS watch. But what happens if we come across a problem? If you see my walk and talk with the Garmin GPS Map 66i, I planned my route on that free online survey route planning software, went off for my walk, I came across problems where I couldn't get through the trees. What I was able to do on my handheld GPS unit with the Ordnance Survey mapping on it for the UK is I could plan myself out of that situation. I could look at the map, I could relate to it and work out how I'm going to get out of that situation. With a watch, I'm kind of stuck. I've got a very small screen, I've not got Ordnance Survey mapping, I've just got my topo active mapping on it. I'm kind of stuck. Now 99% or 95% of the time, that's not a problem and you get away with it. If you've watched my walk and talks, all my other walk and talks, I've never got into a problem. I've planned my route, transferred it onto either watch or a GPS unit, I've never needed it. But that 5 or 1% of time when you can't get a footpath or you want to come down because of a problem, that's when the benefits of that large screen and the Ordnance Survey mapping really come into their own. So that's my thoughts on the difference between a handheld GPS unit and a GPS watch. I'm very interested in your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment box below and I'll try and react to those or answer any questions you have. Again, if you're interested in a handheld GPS unit or a GPS watch, get in touch with ourselves here at GPS Training. And if you can like the video and give us a thumbs up, that is also very much appreciated. If you can subscribe on YouTube, always very well appreciated as well. So thank you very much for watching this. Again, if you have any thoughts on the subject, please leave a comment in the comment box below, and many thanks for watching.